So we're going over how to draw walls around conceptual lines, basic lines, sketch lines. So I'm going to show you 3 methods of drawing a basic dumb rectangle. I'm using model lines. So I'm going to draw a model line coming down. I want it to be 16 feet, so I type in 16 before I finish my line, hit enter, it will finish it for me. I go in the opposite direction. As long as I see the dashed lines, it's going straight. So I'm going to hit 32, type in 32, hit enter, and it finishes it. Keep going straight up, and it gives me the dashed line. I'm going to go 16 feet, and it will actually find the end with that nice fuchsia hot pink, and it says that's the end, and it's perfect. Now I can pick this line, it will say 16 feet. I can pick this line, it will say 16 feet. I pick this one 32, I pick this one 16, I pick this one 32. So you can double check the dimensions that way. All right. You could also check the dimensions by going to annotate, dimension, literally dimension these basic edges. I'm going to zoom forward, and I'm going to continue with the dimension going from this junction to there, and it's 16 feet. Now I'm going to show you another way of drawing. So architecture, model lines. I'm just going to draw a dumb rectangle. Okay. And because everything is measured and dimensioned against this line, temporarily I'm going to block that line. So I'm going to take everything that's here with a motherly hug, which means a rectangle that goes downward. And then I'm going to go to the glasses here, hide the element. It will temporarily let me focus, hide the element, let me focus with this one. I pick this line and it says 16. I want it to be 16 exact, not 16 and something. I type in 16. I pick this line, it says 31 and something. I want it to be 32 exact. I type in 32 exact. I want to double check, so I go to annotate, detail, oops, I'm sorry. I want to go to annotate, measure, from there to there, 32, we're good, there to there, and it's 16. Every time you're done with anything, you hit escape, it gets you out of that mode. I want to get the other one out, so I'm going to go hit on that eyeglass, reset the temporary, hide or isolate. This one shows up. Now I'm going to show you another technique that most architects draw. I do it that way. So I go architecture, model line. I start drawing straight. I have to see the dashed line. As long as it's more than 16, I'm okay. So I'm not going to measure or draw any line. I'm going to go the opposite direction, and I'm not going to fuss. As long as more than 32, I'm going to be fine. Now I'm going to use the offset. Watch. Offset is this double line. I'm going to go over here. I would like it to be offset 32 feet. 32. If I hit it, you see if I go to this side of it, slightly to that side of the line, it will draw it on the left side. If I go slightly to the left of it, it will draw it to the left of it. Now I would like to offset 16 feet, so I change that number up here to 16. Again, if I would like it to offset to that side, go slightly off to that side, slightly off to this side, will go down below, but I want to go up above, so right there it is. So once again, if I want to get the measurement, this time I can't hit the line, because if I hit the line, it gives me this dimension, which is not what I want. So I want to double check my measurements, so I actually go annotate, get my dimension this way. I can also measure it. It doesn't matter. All right, here we go. There. Let me show you how to measure. I can use this ruler and measure the distance from there to there, and at 16 I'm good shape. I can actually get the ruler and I measure the distance from here to here. It's 32 exact, so I'm in great shape. Us architects prefer this because it actually shows whether my wall goes on the inside or outside, because this one gets hidden because your line sits right on it. So I would prefer this method of drawing your construction lines. Now we're ready to draw the wall. I go on architecture, click on wall, choose wall architecture, and I click the down arrow. You can choose any of these types, but for simplicity we're going to use generic 8 inches. You go to this portion of the properties, it says finish to the center, to the exterior or interior. all the interior walls are typically done center line. Exterior walls, depending on how you're organizing it, either finish face to the exterior or finish face to the interior. Core face to the exterior or core face to the interior. This, when you're actually making an inside finish different and outside finish different, makes a difference. Right now, it doesn't make a whole lot of difference. So I'm going to say finish face to the exterior. Watch. If I go this way, it goes to the outside. Now watch. If I go this way, it goes to the inside. So it recognizes direction. Watch this. If I go this way to the inside, which is not what I want, if I go this way, it goes to the outside the way I want. So I'm going to start from here, outside, hit the corners, keep going, hit the corners, and make sure I see that X, which is the perfect intersection. The last one is a corner. It's done perfectly. So you can see essentially what I've done over here. I closed it and I finished my 4 walls really fast. Let me just quickly pick on one more set of information. Every wall that I've been building starts from the baseline of 0 over here, and it goes unconnected 20 feet. I can change any of these walls to 10 feet if I wanted to. And if I just went like this, it allows me to just simply go all of them in one shot rather than one at the time. Okay? Rather than one at the time. All right? So let's take a look at this in 3D to see what I mean. If I looked at this, looked at the house, you'll see that this wall, as you rotate, in order to rotate, I put my cursor on any of the elements, put my finger on the shift, and start rotating. Now here you can actually see that this, put your finger on control, pick the next one, keep it on the control, keep the next one. All 3 walls are of the same typology. I can change them to 10 feet. And voila, it goes. If they were not of the same type in terms of the height, it will not allow me to do it. So watch the corners, see how beautifully it displays what I've actually done. Whereas if I did it this way, these lines will be right underneath these walls and it's hard to detect them. This way, they are easily detected.